Welcome to the GDevelop 5 game development stream, and in this video we are going to integrate our account creation scene with the main game, and we will also send a request to the server and receive some proper response. Let me open the project. And I will open my create account scene. So last time we designed this and we also programmed it, and it was working pretty well. So this time we will be fixing some things in our in our scene in which we are actually sending the request to the server. So I was getting the message, but I want to check my server code and see exactly what the server is sending me, because that was not the entire message. The server should have sent me something more than just telling me that account created. So the server sent me this message, account created, and that's okay. I see. In the message field of my response variable, I have only put the string account created, and in other fields like code and username, I have put my code and username. So I have to display them separately. So that's good. That means that we don't have to do any modification in the server code. So let's do that simply. To display those two things, code and username, I will create a new text objects, create new text objects, two of them, and I will call them code text, and the size should be 40. Text should be by default 0 or empty string. I will just leave this empty, or maybe I will simply type code, and color should be white, and click on apply. And you can put this in the middle also, there is no problem with that, because it will only have the message account created or account cannot be created, please try again later. So only these messages will be present in the message field of our response variable. So or maybe you can just put it here, there is no problem with that. I have a code text, and I will also need a username text. So I will duplicate it and type username text, right? So inside I will simply type username. Although the user may remember their username, but we are going to give it to them anyway, so that they can simply screenshot this screen and keep it in their phone, so that when they have to change their password or they forget their username, they will have it somewhere in the phone, right? Because we are not taking their email address or phone number, we will not be able to authenticate them in any other way. So if they forget their username, they will not be able to access their accounts. So this will be a fail safe, I mean a little backup which they can simply screenshot and keep in their phones. So we will send them their username too. So I'll bring the username text here and the code text here, and I will surround them with a nice box, with a nice square box. I need one more text object, and I will call it simply information text, and its size will be 40 as well. Color should be white, and the text should read, please screenshot below the below information. You can use the code mentioned below along with your username to reset your password in the future. So that's a lot of things, but we have to write that. So I will simply drag them here below here, and That's good. This looks out of place, but I will leave it that way. I will put this in in a nice box, right? White box. I will say orange box. Add animation, default, edit with Piskel. So um, that's good, but I have to edit it a little bit. And here I need another two more text fields. I will simply duplicate the code text and I will type code information, code label you can say, and username label also. I need username label. Inside them you can simply capitalize it and put a colon, and in the username label also you can simply capitalize the first letter and put a colon, and username label can be dragged here and code label can be dragged above the code, right? So it looks good. I think it should be little bit different. I think bold and italic should do the trick. Yeah, that's looking little bit different from the actual code and username. So bold and italic for both, right? This is looking pretty good so far, and yeah, so that's okay. That should work, right? I will drag this window here, the middle. Yeah, that's looking okay, and so that screen will be displayed when the user creates an account, right? And we also need a button which they will be able to press to proceed to their dashboard, right? So that's important too. So yeah, that's looking okay, and a button should say proceed, right? I will add a simply a text object for that, and I will say proceed text, okay, and size should be 40, color should be orange, and it should say proceed, and it should be bold, proceed text, so it will be shown here. I think it can be a little bit bigger also, maybe 60. Yeah, that's good. And when the user clicks on proceed, then they will be taken to the dashboard, right? So that's good. And yeah, so let's display the other fields in our other text objects. Add action text object, modify the text. So the next text object in which I want to put some value is username text, and set equal to, and go to ABC and go to variables, text of a scene variable, and choose JSON object and click on apply. And inside the JSON object you can open and close square bracket, open and close double quotes, and then type username simply, right? So that will display the username which we have received from the server. And you can do one more for the code. Text object, modify the text, and choose code text and equal to, and go to ABC variables, text of a scene variable, choose JSON object, click on apply, and within the JSON object open and close square bracket, open and close double quotes, and type code. So we can access the code field inside our response variable, inside our object, I mean JSON object, right? So that will work. And in the false message you can simply show nothing. You will show the message that okay, the account could not be created or some error occurred. But along with that, if error occurred, we should not show this information, right? I mean, if error occurred, you don't need to show all this, right? So it will not be shown. I mean, username will be just username, code will be just code. But I want, even they shouldn't really be there at all. I have to destroy the objects. If you know, if the result which we have received from the server is false, if success is false, then I will destroy all these objects which I have in the scene. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I will leave the back button because I need it. Because if error occurred, the user may want to go back and fix something, right? So I will, in the case of false, I will have to destroy the objects. Object, delete an object, and the object which I want to delete first is information text. It will be deleted, and then I will delete username label, right? And then I will delete username text, right? And I will delete code label, right? And I will delete a few more. Delete an object, code text, right? Information text, username table, username text, code label, code text, and I want to delete my sprite also, orange box, and I will delete my proceed text also, proceed text. Yeah, so if the success field is false, all these will be deleted, and this one will be deleted, right? And only back button and error occurred will remain. And I will add an event, and I want to simply not put any condition and just add an action so that I can simulate back button. Press and choose the back button. So that should work. And I also want to add some action in the proceed button, proceed text, so that if success is there, the proceed text is able to take me to dashboard. So yeah, I will add a new event. I will add a condition again for all common conditions for all object, mouse and touch. The cursor / touch is on an object, and I will choose proceed text and OK. And then I will choose mouse and touch, mouse button release, left mouse button released, and what will happen is that I will simply be taken to the dashboard, and I will stop this scene and go to dashboard. I will not be allowed to return back from the dashboard to this scene or any other scene. We are not returning back from the dashboard at all. Dashboard has buttons for main menu and log out, which you can press to return to main menu or log out, right? So change the scene, and I will go to dashboard, stop any other pause scenes, yes, and click on OK. So that's what this proceed text button will do. But if the success field is false, the proceed text button will not be there anymore, it will be deleted, right? So it will not function if it is false. One more thing, I have to, okay, in my global variable username and password, and even in profile picture, I am putting whatever I am entering in the create account scene, right? So all that information is being put in my global variables other than one, and that is logged in. Is logged in should become one if we have successfully created the account. In our case, is logged in global variable should become one, right? And let me just check. Yeah, is logged in should become 1 instead of 0. So that's what I will do here in case of success equal to true. So variables value of a global variable is logged in is equal to 1. Okay, so that should do. And I think we have done everything which we could here. So let's test our create account scene again and see if it is working or not. So yeah, I can see this account created, and my username is this, and they have given me a code 8986AC5E2, and I can use this to reset my password whenever I want. So you can see that it's not centered, and that's okay. You can shift it a little bit here so that it's centered. So it's working. And one more thing, if we have successfully created an account, we shouldn't let the user go back, right? So when the success field is true, we should delete this. So I will proceed to dashboard. It's not working. It's not working, so there is something wrong here. Cursor touches on proceed text, left mouse button was released, change to scene dashboard. It's not working for some reason. I wonder why. um, we will see why it's not working. But moreover, when the success variable is true, I will delete the back button because I don't want to let the user go back when they have successfully created an account. So common actions for all objects. Objects, delete an object, which should be back button. Delete it from the scene. And why is this not working? I don't have any idea right now, but we will see why it's not working. And let me just drag the, oh, I can't select it. Let me open my objects editor and select my username, I mean code text, code text. I will simply push it a little bit towards here, because so that the code when it is displayed looks like it's in the center, although it's not here, but it will be when the code will be displayed. I mean everything in GDevelop, all the text objects are uh, start from this point and fill up in this direction, right? They start from this point here and fill up like this. They are not aligned to the center. The variables text objects in GDevelop fill like this. So that's why we have to put it here in a weird position, or you can simply put everything at the left side and then it will fill from left to right, but it's not important. You can do it any way you want. I think there may be a way to center the text, but we are not going to look into that too much right now. So okay, and why this is not working I don't know, but let's test it out again, and this time I will try to uh, make an error or something, right, so that we can check if errors are coming or not. I will simply click on create account. It says empty values are not allowed, and there is some part of text which is broken, and I think I will simply change the text in the server. Empty values are not allowed. Okay, and everything is not visible and I cannot click on anything. So that's good. I will click on back button and see if it is working or not. So it is working. And now I will put the same value which I did last time. It should show me that this username already exists. So this username is already taken. So that's good. And I will change the username and now it will create the account. So account created, back button is no longer visible. Please screenshot the below information. You can use the code mentioned below along with your username to reset your password in the future. Now my code is coming almost in the center, so it's okay. CABD0B116 and my username. My proceed button is not working. I don't know why. Maybe I will have to create a button to proceed. And it should work. I don't know why it's not working. Uh, the cursor touches on proceed text, left mouse button was released. Change to scene dashboard. Oh, I don't know why it's not working. It's working in the dashboard scene. Let me open the dashboard scene and see what's happening over there. I have simple text buttons and they are working very well. Let me see if they are working actually or not. Yeah, they are working, but here it's not working, so for some reason. But the size in the text here is a little bit less. It is 40. In my case it is 60. I that shouldn't really matter, but and my text is bold and over there it's not bold. It's a simple text. It no, it is bold. Okay, it is bold. So boldness is not affecting that. I will simply change the size just to test out if size has anything to do with it. It may be a bug also, right? So that we will check that. Let's check it. Let's create another account and check it out. So account created. Now I will click on proceed. Still not working. Not working at all. I have no idea why it's not working. Should work. Let me create a button then and see if that will work. So I will call it proceed button and add an animation. I will call it idle, and it will be the same button as the create account button. Is this one, and add another animation, call it hover. And I will add some button behavior in this. Animation number to be played when player hovers over the button, it is 1. Rest of them are 0. So I will click on apply. So I will bring this button here. It's a nice and big button. I will bring proceed text here. I will increase the size to 60 again. Right. And that's good. I will add the action for the button. So without any condition, add an action just to simulate the button animations, button function, and on proceed button. So that's good. And when I delete them in case of success being false, I will have to delete the proceed button as well. Let me delete the proceed button. Proceed button. That will be deleted, right? So that will be good. And instead of proceed text, I will simply select proceed button, and mouse button release, left button, and OK. So now this will change to scene dashboard. So let's test this one out and see if this will work or not. Hmm. So account created, and I will click here. Oh, I think something is wrong in the dashboard scene, and yeah, actually dashboard scene will also send some request. And what is it sending? Username and password. So we will have to wait for the dashboard scene to send those values, right? And yeah, that may be the cause of not being able to, you know, display the dashboard. So let's do it again. So I will now proceed again. And I will wait for some time. But it should have done it by now. Even if it is sending the request. So I will close it and can I simply take it to the main menu? Let me take the user to the main menu and see if that is working. Stop any other pause scenes? Yes. Take them to the main menu and let's test it out again. The account created and I will proceed. So main menu is here. So that is working. Now let me click on my account icon and see if it takes me somewhere. It should take me to the dashboard, right? But it's not. The dashboard scene may have some problem with it. Uh, we will see how to fix that. It is so the button is working, but we are not able to go to the dashboard scene from our from anywhere actually, like by clicking any button really. But why is that the case? So here is logged in is being changed to 1, which is okay, which is good, and we want that to happen. So let me go to login scene and I will have don't have an account, create one here. So this will be true. This will be visible. So uh, this will take us to the create account scene. Hopefully it's not yet coded in. So let me add. I will just simply copy this event and paste it here, and I will change login button to uh, what was that, register text, right? So now when I click on register text, it will take me to the create account scene. Create account, right? That's good, right? And now let me try to run the login scene. I mean, let me try to run the game from the main menu and see where the problem is arising and why. So let's run it. So I will go to account. I have the login scene. I will try to log in. I have an account called this and I have password. Oh, I have a password for this, and this will take me to the dashboard hopefully. Let's see if it does. The dashboard scene should display by now, but it's not. something is wrong with dashboard for some reason. Let's see, if the text of scene variable JSON object is true, then we will do this. And it was working last time, why is it not working today? This is good, and this JSON object uh, is also good. There is nothing wrong with this. Yeah. And text of scene variable, this is true, then this will happen. Otherwise it will simply change dashboard text to error occurred. And back button is being simulated. Back button in dashboard should not be simulated, right? So I will delete this because there is no back button, so I will not simulate it. Delete. Maybe that was the problem, maybe, I don't know. um, we will try to see what was the problem. So I will run again, try to log in again, go to the dashboard again. The dashboard is still not coming, so I wonder why not. Let me run the dashboard scene and see what happens. This is your dashboard. It is. It is, and okay, so it shows, but if I go to main menu, I can. If I log in again, I may not be able to go back to the dashboard. Logged in, okay, and the dashboard should display now, but it's not displaying. Hmm. Uh, Let me run it again and see what happens. Error occurred because it must have sent something to the server and it was empty, everything was empty, so error occurred, so that's okay. Log out. If I log out, it will log out and I can enter again. I can click on create account, but if I don't want to create account, I can go back. So these things are working well, but dashboard should come, right? Oh, it's coming now. I wonder what changed. Okay, it seems to be working now. If I go to main menu and if I click again, I can see my dashboard. So all what I did was I opened the dashboard and I logged out. So that must have deleted the save file, right? I think it something was wrong with the save file, and so when I clicked on log out, it got deleted and my dashboard scene got fixed, but we can't see anything yet. Let me try to register for a new account and see if it works. I have logged out, so I will go to my account button and I will simply click on don't have an account, create one here, and I will create an account called something, and I will create a password. I will simply create it. So I have this. I will screenshot it. User can do screenshot it, and I will proceed. And after proceeding, I am taken to the main menu, which is okay. And let me click here and try to go to the dashboard. I have clicked, but I cannot go to the dashboard. Hmm. Username is global variable username and password is global variable password. So I wonder why it's not working. Maybe if I go to create account, yeah, this is being set, so that should be okay. But it's I think that may be creating some problem. So I think I will not log the user in. I will simply delete this. I will ask them to log in again after creating an account. I will not automatically log them in, and then I will see what happens. Right? Maybe that will fix our issue. So I will simply go to main menu again. Right? I will click on accounts in, and I will try to log in. Let's see what happens. Logged in. Okay. I think the save file is making some issues, doing some issues here. uh, I will click go to dashboard straight away. I click on log out just to delete the data, and then I will go to main menu again. Okay, it seems like there is something wrong with the account which we are logging in with. If I log in with figure 1, oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. In whatever new accounts we have created using our games system, we don't have the points and coins variable in them. So that's why it's not working. Otherwise it's fine. That was the issue. So right, by default the points and coins variable are null. They have no value in our database by default when we create a new account. So that may be messing up with this. I see. So let's fix that in some way. uh, what we can do is we can either fix it in the server, that is in the add user data. We can simply add 00 to all the values, or the simpler way would be to simply check if this value is empty or not, right? I mean, if it is equal to, if it is not empty, then we will change the text, and if it is empty, then we will not do that. So I think I will have to add a sub event here. There are lots of sub events inside this. I will see if I can check for emptiness, or I will see if I can catch some exception. uh, so no. Okay, variables, value of a scene, text of a scene variable, because by default it is all text. It if it is, I mean, if it is not equal to null value, can I write null? uh, is there anything for null value here? hmm okay, I will simply type this. If it is not equal to this, then we will not show it, right? Then if it is not equal to this, then we will show it, otherwise not. I will simply cut this and paste it, and of course I will have to put the name of the variable which I am trying to access inside my object. This is points, and I will copy this. I will copy the whole event, I will paste it, and I will simply change points to coins, right? And here also, instead of points I will say coins, and here I will say coins, right? So I will remove it from here, so that may be, may work. I don't know if it will. So let's try it. Let's try and see. And I wonder if there is any default value. Oh, it is 0. Yeah, okay. So let's try. So it's not working. What we have to do is, now, first of all, we have to cut it and paste it here, and cut this and paste it here, and delete these two events. And we have to go to our server code for add user data.php, and I think we will have to put the values for points and coins field as well, and those two values should be simply, I will simply type 0 and 0, and I wonder if that will work. It should work. It may not, but we'll see. And yeah, so let's push these changes to the server, yeah. So they have been pushed and they will soon take effect in the Heroku web app also. So yeah, that should work. Let's see if it does or not. And let's run our main menu. I will first log in with my account that is working. It's working. I will log out and I will now create an account, another one. Oh yeah, there it is. So we have fixed it. Our dashboard is now coming, and these two values 0 and 0 are there in points and coins variables. So we had to make some changes in the server. We added the points and coins to our SQL statement and put the value 0 and 0 for them, hard coded them. There is no need to put a variable over here. And so that's working. Our dashboard is working. I will simply go to main menu and click on account screen again, and again I can see my dashboard, and I will now log out. So I will logged out. I can go and log in again with my other account, figure 1, or I can simply log in with again this account 4214 and yeah, so it's coming, so it's working. That's very good. So I think that will be enough for this time, I guess, right? And so in this video we created the request portion of our create account scene, create account request, right? We did that, and we made this designed the create account request scene so that we can give the user their username and code, and we fix some weird bugs in our dashboard, and we have also integrated the account creation scene in our main game. Now all we have to do is display the leaderboard, local leaderboard and global leaderboard, and we also have to create two more scenes where user can change their profile picture, and the second one where the user can reset their password. And we need a third scene also, which is a scene using which the user can delete their accounts. So we have a lots of things to do, so we will do them, and we will do them slowly in the subsequent videos. So if you are enjoying this stream, please join me in the next video as well, right? Thank you for watching.